Whether you're staying at home or you're working, you're probably concerned about cleanliness. Two things that have been brought up when it comes to disinfecting. One of them is the tried and true disinfectant spray, which we've all been very familiar with. And the second one is UV light. Before we go into disinfecting, just know that there is a difference between cleaning something, sanitizing something, disinfecting, and sterilizing. Clean is to remove dirt, debris, or any particles from a surface. The difference between a sanitizer and a disinfectant is that a sanitizer will reduce the bacteria on a surface. A disinfectant will kill bacteria, and it can also kill viruses or neutralize viruses. So there is a regulation through EPA in order to be categorized or labeled a disinfectant. So in knowing the distinction between these three things, it is possible for you to have a dirty hand that has been disinfected. For example, let's say I was eating a peanut butter jelly sandwich and I got some peanut butter on my hand. I could spray Lysol on my hand and I would disinfect it, however my hand would still be dirty. Benefits of using UV light are that it is quick, effective, and does not leave a residue behind. So I started thinking, what kind of UV light actually works? I have a gel lamp at home which I've been using, and you've probably seen in some other of my videos. And it was my impression or my understanding that this UV light would be enough to disinfect my phone, my keys, possibly our mask. The range of wavelengths does impact how well something can disinfect and how quickly it can disinfect. Depending on the nanometers of the wavelength, or nanometers, I'm assuming it's nanometers. Depending on that wavelength, you may be able to disinfect something quicker, or it might take a little bit longer. A study was done to see how quickly the sunlight could disinfect items that were left outside. Generally, it would take a few hours. We're talking about 3 to 4 hours in direct sunlight. There are items sold online that have that spectrum of UV light that will disinfect in 15 seconds to 30 seconds. The wavelength that I saw was effective in disinfecting items was somewhere in the 200s. And so when I realized that the gel lamp was working at the 300s, I actually thought, well, great, I think this is going to disinfect even faster or better than those other products. Unfortunately, that's not the way that these wavelengths work. It appears that the shorter the wavelength, the stronger or the more effective it is at disinfecting. You also have to consider that the stronger the wavelength, or the stronger this UV light, the more damage it can cause. It's important not to expose your skin to UV light for extended periods of time. This is part of the reason why we wear sunscreen when we're outside. There is a time period that you need to wait before you handle a product that has been sprayed. And it's not because of the chemicals in the product, but because of the efficacy of the actual disinfection. So the products in the back will have an EPA number, which you can check on the EPA website to find out exactly how much time you should be waiting. For this particular disinfectant spray, it's 2 minutes. However, for certain viruses, it does recommend that I wait a period of 10 minutes. So does a UV or LED lamp for curing gel nails work for disinfecting? Possibly. I don't know the full answer. If any science teachers or anybody else can kind of sound off in the comments, that would be exceptional. So what's better, a UV light or a disinfectant spray? Honestly, I think it's a personal choice. If you don't want to have any chemical residue on your items, on your surfaces, then you can certainly consider a UV wand or a UV case for those specific items. And I'll link one below in the comments. But that's really going to be up to you and what works best for your lifestyle. Everyone stay safe and stay well.